Presidential elections is currently underway. The Americans are, of course, heading to the polling booths to choose their 47th president, a process that started several weeks ago. 80 million people have already cast their ballots in through mail-in ballots. The day's voting began in a small township of New Hampshire in Dixville Notch, and according to tradition, the ballots opened at midnight and exactly about 6 people voted. And within 10 minutes, the official said that Kamala Harris and Donald Trump had both received 3 votes each. Interestingly, the 6 people included 3 Republicans and 2 undecided voters, and it was a perfect start to a much polarized election. And while what happens in the small township of New Hampshire doesn't necessarily predict the winner of the state level or nationally, but the result was in line with the national opinion polls that have projected a neck-and-neck battle. But the question is this: you need to ask questions of the pollsters who have been putting out polls for the last many weeks. Are they getting it right? They're predicting that this is a neck-and-neck contest, but is it really? In most of the states, the polls opened at 6 o'clock this morning. As we speak, all states barring 2 have opened the polling booths. Voters in Wisconsin's Milwaukee City headed to polls with the battleground state potentially playing a deciding role in determining the winner of this election.
It's the craziest election I've ever seen, which you kind of knew just with the polarizing candidates. But I think it's going to be the highest voting turnout for an election in a long time.
The opinion polls show the candidates are running neck and neck in each of the 7 battleground states likely to determine the winner: Arizona, Georgia, Michigan, Nevada, North Carolina, Pennsylvania and Wisconsin. Former President Donald Trump turned up to the West Coast to cast his vote in Florida. We just heard from him a little while back. We're speaking about his campaign journey. Donald Trump said that it was his best campaign of the 3 elections. He said 2016 was good. He won that election. 2020, he said, was better, but for whatever reason, he ended up on the losing side. But this, of course, is the best election that he's fought. But to make that stick, he also went on to make the point that he has to win the election to make it stick, that this, of course, is the best campaign that he's run. He listed out his key priorities, where the Republican candidate said that immigration, of course, remains the #1 issue for him and indeed for the American people, according to him. Now, earlier, Trump ended his final campaign rally after speaking for nearly about 2 hours in Michigan. He repeated many of his campaign promises. Listen.
And this was a very Trump area. We know what that means. It's Trump. Trumpy. They call it a Trumpy area. And with a lot of love and great people. No crime, no nothing. Just great people. But it was devastated, essentially destroyed.
And we will make America great again. Thank you, North Carolina.
The Vice President Kamala Harris will spend the election day in Washington, D.C. She'll take part in radio interviews. This is what her office has said.
Are we ready to fight for it? We will win. And we will win. We will win. And we will win because when you know what you stand for, you know what to fight for.
So with the race is so close, states like Iowa might pull a surprise, while swing states are still the crucial ones. Other states can potentially change the course of the race. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.